to do the second half, because I think we can really win this game. Forget the penalty miss. We're 1-0 down. Let's go out and snatch in the second half.
Let's hope so. All right, second half about to get underway. 0-1 to Middlesbrough. And such a shame, Town have put in probably the best first half of football here at Blundell Park this season. But we're losing 1-0, a missed penalty as well. And it isn't going right for us at the moment. The referee says, calm down, calm down. I think it's fair to say we were looking for offside on the Middlesbrough goal at half-time when winding back on this video, and I'm sure a lot of you people who are good enough to watch this will have done the same thing. And it looks like Aggie was just about keeping Pollock on the side. It was very, very tight. But Pollock was the scorer, and it looks like Aggie was the man keeping him on side. And the penalty decision, well, I think it's fair to say it was harsh. Aggie definitely caught, but he did, contrary to what I said, make a bit of it. That's a lovely ball to Mendonca from Livingston. We might have a corner. Yep. So Dave Gilbert to take the corner. So first minute of the second half, Town's 5th corner. But I think the penalty, well, he wasn't well struck by Clive. It would have been well struck if Pearce had gone the other way, but he didn't. And it was too close to him. In we go, let's have a look. Graham Rodger under the bar. My goodness, Pearce again. Well, I'm going to get him to fill my coupon in. He's having all the luck. There's a good towering header there by Graham Rodger. That's 2 he's had off the line. 1 by the foot and 1 by the hand of Pearce. In we go again. Same corner. Still in there. Looking dangerous. There's a good shove in there. Middlesbrough on the break. Alan Moore lays it back. Fleming comes inside. White forward. Back to White again. Through the middle, and Graham Rodger. Steve Livingston can't reach it. Lee Bird. Futcher lets the ball run. Paul Crichton calls from the bench. Paul Crichton waiting for people to get forward into position. Looks for Livingston, who's out jumped. Futcher into the space right hand side. Gary Childs on the run. Liebird, not a good clearance. Not a good one again. Graham Rodger is in there, stabs it forward. Livingston on the chest, good turn. Whoops, another chance for him, surely. Big Steve leaves it. Shakespeare, long distance. Not far away.
The game seems to have taken over as it finished. Grimsby on, pressing forward, and Middlesbrough. Well, I won't say hanging. They're certainly not hanging on. Very fortunate, I think, to be 1-0 in the lead. The conscious opinion in the half-time when I was having my cup of coffee, believe it or not, John, stop smoking and drinking coffee, was that they didn't think it was a penalty. They certainly thought the goal was offside, and nobody knows what the big argument was about everybody arguing with the referee.
Gary Childs, one through the middle. Clive Mendonca. It's going to be a Town throw. Paul Groves available. Futcher joins. Gary Childs hangs on. Referee says get on with it. Livingston. There's the ball back. Gary Childs. Good little movement this. There's Childs again. Good cross, surely. Nobody in there. Paul Agnew, straight back. Good ball back in. And it's still in there. Clive Mendonca. Here's a chance. Somebody brought down again. Nothing's given, and it's hammered away by Middlesbrough. Throw taken. Steve Livingston. Shakespeare to Futcher. Middlesbrough closing us down very quickly. That's a good ball down the line by Aggie. Back it comes to Dave Gilbert. Whoa! Crikey! I think we... Well, I was going to say we might see a booking. I don't think we will, because it's Fleming that time. He's had a couple of kicks so far, but nothing that dangerous. Free kick taken into the area. Good turn. Mendonca deflected and over the top. Another corner. Cannoned off the defender.
There's certainly an urgency about Grimsby Town's play.
So, Paul Groves the brunt of fun, I'm afraid. We'll get the corner eventually. 6th corner, I think, Graham. 7th corner. Right. Graham Roger again. There's a touch on. Pearce has lost it. It's in the back of the net. It's in the back of the net.
I don't know. I'm at the wrong angle. We will see it again on thing. The linesman is the man who has got to give it. You can't blame the referee this time. Mind you, I blame the linesman for the goal. You know, perhaps you're right, Graham. Perhaps he should have been there, but I'd like to see it again.
Well, we don't have the opportunity to see it again if you're the ref. You've got to make your mind up, and that's why there's 3 of them out there. 2 linesmen, 1 ref. There's a hefty challenge. Mendonca looks to lay it off. Shot comes in, deflected and just wide. I think it took a bit of a kick.
But once again, all you got to say is nobody on the Grimsby Town side rushed to the referee.
Yeah, plenty did.
Did they? Oh, well, I'm sorry, Martin. You know, I'll hold my hand up and say that I was more concerned with, you know, carrying on with the play, but as I say, I'd like to see it again before I make a decision. The crowd are certainly booing the linesman.
Well, that's right, as Graham said, it's his decision. He's the man in line, and that looked in. Most definitely. Futcher will get another chance. Takes it off the foot of Tony Ford. Town are stretched. Futcher now. Ford, his clearance is blocked. Town will get a throw. Gary Childs. Well taken by Mendonca. Look at the left-hand side. Good run by Aggie. Good, even better run by Aggie. Look at the outside now. That's where we want it. Dave Gilbert. Still Dave Gilbert. Still going. In comes across. Far post. Pearce is there. Doesn't collect. And away by Middlesbrough. And the Town fans really getting behind the team now. Gary Childs from Tony Ford's throw. Looking to get him down the line. He can't do so. Liebird, ball out, Town throw. Well, it's all happening here tonight. Graham Roger has gone forward. He fancies some of it. In comes across. It's hit towards him. Now Futcher. Still Futch. Good looking one. Defender did well. Paul Agnew's available. Dave Gilbert checks and comes back into the area. Or tries to get back into the area. Wilkie. Paul Wilkinson. Did well. Agnew with the throw down the line. Gets it back. Dave Gilbert. Oh, Came off his knee. Now, off Wilkinson's heels. Graham Rodger. Whoa. That was a hefty one. The referee's not given anything. He's going to get the trainer on now. But I think Graham Rodger left his mark a little bit there.
Yeah, I'm going to get the impression, John, I don't know whether you agree with me, but I think Mr. Key is losing a little bit of
exactly what Martin's just said.
Control.
Yeah.
Whether he's upset about he couldn't give Grimsby a goal because of that, or... I mean, we don't know what goes through a referee's mind, do we?
No.
And, I mean, that was certainly a foul, and Graham should have been brought forward and given us speaking to. There's no two ways about that. I'm sure Wilkinson's not happy about it.
He doesn't look it, does he? I think at the end of it all, oh no, it's a Middlesbrough throw, but well, it does make you wonder whether the referee thought he made a mistake by not letting the goal stand for that one down there, which, well, we all thought was more or less in the back of the net. And I think that's over the back of the pontoon, nearly. Crichton with a goal kick. But it's not going right at the moment. And plenty of time left. So thanks, Graham. 10 minutes into this second half, but it's still 1-0 to Middlesbrough. It was a very good open game of football. And let's not make any bones about it. Middlesbrough are playing the part in it. They're playing as Town let them play. Futcher nearly got caught there. Ball not out, no. Well, we can still keep going. Middlesbrough can only play in fits and starts because Town are controlling the majority of the game. Here's Liebird through the middle. Should it be call? Paul Crichton. Monstrous kick. Gary Childs picks it up. Still coming forward, trying to hold his man off in no uncertain terms. Still Gary Childs. Good ball. Groves. Livingston. Still Livingston. There's the ball back to Tony Ford. Making it all a bit tight. Still Tony Ford coming forward. Paul Groves lays back to Shakespeare. Oh, poor ball. Referee trying to allow play to go on. Here's Paul Crichton. Good play by Crichton. Got it straight back up. Dave Gilbert. Oh, taken late. And I think that might be Pollock in the book, no? Free kick will shortly be taken. Graham Rodger is forward. Paul Groves saying I want it. Not a good cross at the end of it all, and Wilkinson's there to clear. Futcher in close attendance to his forward. Good play by Futcher, he got in there early. Stabbed back. Livingston, good ball back. Gary Childs, long distance and straight into Pears. Futcher and Wilkinson in a tussle again. This time Town get the free kick. A little bit nasty.
Yes, very nasty. Paul didn't like that one bit, did he?
Well, back into action. Gary Childs, Mendonca, lovely ball. Steve Livingston, 4 in the middle. Has to go back to Tony Ford. Town have got plenty forward. Still Tony Ford. Oh, I don't think he'll get past him. We wanted a call. We wanted a call. And I think he got it as well. Graham Rodger acknowledged.
But it's very difficult when you're halfway up there to, you know, drop, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Once you started to climb, to duck your head out of the way of it, it just doesn't come natural. Tony Ford, well, his backheader made it a good ball. Wilkinson, long range, and easy this time for Paul Crichton, I'm glad to say. But Wilkie can strike a fair ball, there's no question. Up goes Livingston and won it well. Mendonca tried to squirt that one away. Wilkinson again. Not a good one. Nodded inside and nodded to Gary Childs. We might get another chance at this. Pearce has got to boot it. Did exactly the right thing. Throw taken quickly. Tony Ford. 4 in the area for Town. Still Tony Ford. Gary Childs. Going to have to make it early now. Still Gary Childs, still going. The referee says play on. Good play by Pollock. Wilkinson. Bad one. Groves. Oh, look at Mendonca through the middle. That's the ball. Clyde Mendonca shoots. Blocked. Going to recover it himself. Nobody in close support. Tony Ford's the man. Shakespeare. There's the square. Paul Agnew coming forward. Aggie, long distance. Oh, crikey. I can't believe it. And I think Pear's got a touch to that. That was a brilliant effort by Paul Agnew. Low, hard, right at the post. And if Pear's got a hand to that, that was a super save.
Absolutely, a good layup by Shakespeare. A great shot by Aggie. Aggie's still looking for his first goal on video. He's never forgiven us for that one we missed, you know.
Well, they won't let us video at York. Here's Town's 9th corner. Aggie after it, and out for a goal kick. And an hour of the game gone, Rowley, and it's still 1-0 to Middlesbrough.
Yeah, and good entertainment, there's no two ways about it. I think Grimsby are very, very unlucky in this game. And I still think we deserve something out of it, quite honestly, John.
Oh, most definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Good early jump by Wilkie, but he completely misjudged it. Now then, Dave Gilbert, can he pick this up? Straight into the main stand and the Town throw. Paul Agnew, well, that was a mess. We should have done better with that. Middlesbrough ball. Futcher trying to get in there. Referee's not sure. Oh, no, it was a linesman. I think the fella in about the 4th row back gave that. Gordon Bennett. There we go. That's a foul. And Andy Peake. No, he's not been in much trouble, so he might get away with that, Andy.
Sorry, John.
I was just thinking there's a lad out there, I think it's a number 21 in actual fact, which is Philip Stamp. But this time it's Andy Peake, and he hasn't actually been involved in a kicking match so far tonight, so let's see what we can do from this free kick. I fancy us from one of these before long, crikey. In we go, far post. There we go. Oh yes, surely now. Blocked, still in there, off the outside of the post and behind for a goal kick.
Shakespeare.
It was Craig Shakespeare who hammered in the shot initially. The header back was from Paul Groves. It's a lovely header back to the penalty spot. The shot from Shakespeare was blocked, and somehow or the other it then trickled through against the post and wide.
You got that feeling it's not, you know, it's like Man United on Sunday. It's not going to be your day, is it? You know, but we are definitely the better team. There's no two ways about it. In fact, it makes you wonder why the referee has booked one of our players, and they're the ones who's been doing all the fouling.
Graham Roger. Here comes Futch, taken off his foot. Paul Agnew, right-footed, not a good one. Andy Peake. Hignett through the middle, still going. Referee says play on. Peake to the far side. Fleming. Futch has followed it. Paul Agnew. So 64 minutes gone. Still Town 0, Middlesbrough 1. If that was Nobby over there with that as steward, that'd have been a flying header. He'd have got that back in the net. Come on, lads, let's get into action. Ooh, nasty looking back header. And nasty one coming in and over the top. It had to be watched.
And I bet the majority of people watching that lob was thinking of Mendonca's header on Saturday.
Quite possibly. Futcher couldn't make it. Might make it this time, he did. And Shakespeare picks up the rebound. Shakespeare through in the middle, it's a good ball. Mendonca wants somebody in some space and there wasn't any. Gary Childs, look at the left now. Still Gary Childs, good little run. Great ball off. Agnew now joining the attack, but he's clobbered early. Is a good challenge. Paul Groves just got a foot to it. Futcher. There's a ball forward. They're looking for two. One of them's Mendonca on the chest, still going. There's cries for a penalty, and there's no complaints. And we've got a corner out of it.
No, the linesman never bothered. We was blindsided on the video, as you can well see. Maybe Clive could have wrapped a shot in, I don't know. It's very difficult from this angle.
Town's 10th corner. Good one again. Graham Roger was climbing. Oh, and the referee says, get on, I don't know. Definitely climbing by Big Graham. Goal kick. And the referee's just not a popular man on either side. It's a good job that the two sides are pretty well conducted out there, because I'm afraid the referee's having a poor game.
Absolutely. I'm surprised at John Key, because, I mean, Chris Bonington would have been proud of that climb.
Up goes Wilkie, but Groves just about got enough on it. Good ball. This is more, I reckon. Good play, good defending. Middlesbrough throw. Well, you want to take your time, Liebird. No. That's a Town throw. Oh, Crawdon, Bennett, Graham Roger, you can't tackle like that. Good ball, Liebird. Good challenge by Gary Childs. Just did enough. Gary Childs again. Gets it away. The challenge was a little bit late. No complaints though. Steve Livingston. Groves did well there. Look at the left again. Shakespeare finds Dave Gilbert. Agnew's there. Still Dave Gilbert. Forward for Livingston. Tries to feed the wing. It's a bit too much, is it? No. Well won by Aggie. Livingston on his way. He's into the corner though. Good layoff. Paul Agnew again. Trying to get it forward. Futcher in. Still going. Well, Wilkinson didn't like the challenge from behind. A bit of argy-bargy.
I have never seen Paul Wilkinson act in this manner before. Paul's the most placid of people, and whether he coming back to his hometown is getting through to him, I don't know. But what I'd like to point out was there was an incident just down in our Grimsby penalty area. I hope Craig Ignat, if he ever watches this video, I hope nobody ever comes on him with studs showing like he did.
Well, I must have missed that one, but let's see from this position now. We've got Dave Gilbert lining something up, or is he? No, probably a bit too far. Graham Rodgers looking for it. Paul Groves. It's a sort of ball that will normally be curled in for somebody like Paul Groves to get in on. There we go. And that's where it's gone. And Pear's collected it. I think he actually collected it off a header of one of his own men at the end of it all. So thanks, Graham. 69 minutes gone. Still 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Rather fortunate layoff there to Laybird. Graham Rodger can't get in. Wilkinson does. This is Moore. Futcher. He wanted Tony Ford still staying in the old position. Pollock. Good layoff. Well in. Futcher again. Now Groves. Gary Childs. Town throw. Well played by Tony Ford. Then the clearance wasn't a good one. Liebird. Tony Ford now. Gary Childs back inside. Groves couldn't reach it. Futcher does. Turns. Whoops. And over he goes. Crichton. Dave Gilbert forward. Mendonca. Oh no! No way! Rank bad decision. What a bad decision.
No, John, I was level with that. Definitely no.
We've had some queries tonight, and that was one of them, and that would have been a lovely ball for Clive Mendonca to run onto. It's been given to player appeal. The referee and linesman. The referee and linesman, they've got to be their own man, and they're not. They're listening to the appeals. And that's where the free kicks are coming from, because same as we saw on Saturday against Oxford, we got a defender appealing for it and getting a free kick. Mendonca. I don't think that's going to go, is it? Yes, it is. Tony Ford. Gary Childs on the chest. He wants a call. Got to have a call. Livingston. Oh. Good Lord. I think he's going to book someone.
Yeah, well, he's booked one of ours. It's about time he booked one of theirs, even though it's never been a dirty game. I feel sorry for that lad.
Yeah. He's borne the brunt of everybody else's.
Yeah, I think that's probably his first foul, that one. I mean, them on the right-hand side there. Yeah. I mean, goodness gracious me. I mean, they've been fouling all the match, and I feel sorry for that lad.
Well, it's Middlesbrough's first booking. Dave Gilbert's free kick, curling one. It's a good one. Plenty in there, and they're still in there, and the ball's still in there. Now it's hammered out to the left-hand side, and we might accept the throw. Futcher's gone over there. Good play by Mendonca. Cross wasn't a good one. Now who's going to pick it up? Paul Groves. Well played. Futcher still left. He's pushed it forward. Livingston trying to get in, can't do so. Pears, whoa, not a good one. Surely. Yes! Oh, absolutely brilliant! Paul Groves will never strike a cleaner ball.
He knew what he was doing from the word go. But I'll tell you what, that was a shocking clearance. I know, John, you're shaking your hands, but that goalkeeper wants locking up for that, doesn't he? But my word, Groves, you want a medal. What superb skill.
Absolute brilliant finish by Paul Groves. Poor old Pears. He's made one mistake in this game and he's given away a goal. It wasn't a good clearance, but it still had to be finished.
And while I'm at it, John, no more than Grimsby deserved.
Dead right. Dead right. 1-1. Well, I reckon we've got a game now. I just hope Mr. Key can keep in touch with it, because he hasn't done so far. Paul Agnew, another chance. Town throw. So, 73 minutes gone, 1-1. Tony Ford with a header forward. Paul Groves, the goal scorer, gives it away. Through the middle, Wilkie's there. And it's away now. Gary Childs, taken away from him. Oops, Gary Childs, silly challenge. Gets it away now. Referee just keeping an eye on it all. Pears again. Futures up. Good jump. Oh, Agnew stood off. Dave Gilbert didn't. And there it goes back. Oh, no way! No way was that offside. What a bad decision. Oh, for goodness sake, man, get off if you can't do the job. Lord almighty.
That is the most ridiculous decision of the night. How we can judge the man to be offside there, I do not know. I'd like to see his credentials, I'll tell you.
Oh dear, oh dear. My God. If I did my job like that, I'd get a sack. What an idiot. That's offside. That's how you do it. Gordon Bennett. Well, if we do win this, it won't be thanks to the referee and the linesman. My God. Here's Wilkie. Paul Futcher can't get any. He stood his ground and he won the ball. Well played, Futch. And then he gives it away. Fleming. Moore. Into the middle. Oh, good header. Good header away by Tony Ford.
Excellent defending there by Tony Ford. But I'll tell you what, John, I thought half a minute before that was a foul by the Grimsby defenders there.
Well, I think Paul Futcher stood his ground and he wasn't going to get out of the way. So, fourth corner for Middlesbrough. 76 minutes of the game gone.
I think we've packed more into this game here than we have the last 4 home matches.
10 shots on target.
Good Lord. 10 shots on target for Town. Here's Middlesbrough's corner. Taken on the chest. Good ball forward. Mendonca. Oh, nobody was left-hand side, and that's where he wanted it. Dave Gilbert got to push it off. Aggie. Mendonca. Good layoff. Dave Gilbert again. The challenge came in well. Paul Groves. He won't reach it. Big switch of play by Middlesbrough, but Tony Ford's there. Good play. Gary Childs is in support. Tony Ford goes for the long ball. Good one. And if anything looked offside, that was more offside than anything. Mendonca to Livingston. He's taken it a shade wide. He wants support. Livingston to the edge of the area. Groves is there. Still there. Craig Shakespeare lays it off Gary Childs. Under pressure. Got to be for Tony Ford. Well played, Tony Ford. Keep going. Lee Bird. And that's going to be a Middlesbrough throw. So only 5,709 people in here tonight, but they've made a good roar and they've had plenty to shout about tonight. Been a good game of football as this. Tony Ford forward to Mendonca. Craig Shakespeare. Paul Groves did well. Agnew, oh, that was tough. If that had got through to Livingston, could have been interesting. The linesman's got the decision right now. He's given the throw to us. Dave Gilbert might get it back now. We didn't make a mind up. In comes Futch. Good challenge, but it's broken for Middlesbrough. Whacked forward. Paul Agnew. That's really all he could do. He knew the man was behind him. And there's a boss, and he's saying what ought to be done. Cool head there of Arthur Mann. He'll be giving instructions as well, but Alan Buckley will be as eager as anybody to get 3 points out of this one tonight. We certainly deserve it. So Middlesbrough with a throw. And I keep saying credit to Middlesbrough because they keep coming forward. Here's Moore. Good looking cross. Crichton took it underneath his own bar. There's a throw. Tony Ford. Childs is wide. There's the ball for him. Good play. Mendonca through the middle, Livingston as well. Mendonca now comes down this side. There's the support inside, great ball. Gary Childs still going into the middle now. Oh, just didn't reach through. It might do now. Shakespeare, still Shakespeare, taken off him. Dave Gilbert, still Dave Gilbert. Jinkin, it's going to come right hand side. Tony Ford, back to Dave Gilbert. There's the run back from Tony Ford, good play. Still Tony Ford, still going. He was blocked. Well, he was blocked. The ball was running away from him, but it was a great interchange of passes.
Yeah, superb. Tony's a little bit unlucky there, he lost control. If it had been at Anfield, he'd probably got obstruction inside the box, but especially he would have done at Man United, no two ways about that. But this game is so evenly poised now, and I don't know how many minutes left, I don't know what Martin's 10 minutes left, and I think Grimsby have played very, very well tonight.
I think we've played well enough to deserve the points. I don't think we're going to argue with that one, but it was a very tight one. So 10 minutes left, 1-1. Pearce takes that kick. Away by, what's that, Dave Gilbert back there. Headed on by Livingston. Mendonca trying to get through the middle. Back to Pearce, he's going to have to clear early. He's done exactly that. Moore. Now back through the middle, they're looking for Wilkie again. Graham Rodger was up. Good header by him. Futcher's got to be sure. We've got a second bite at it. But it's Middlesbrough now looking to knock this ball in, which they do low. Tony Ford was there. It's only half away. Middlesbrough still coming forward. Fleming. Very quick, this lad. There you see. And a good cross. Futcher headed it back. We wanted a good call there. Rodger. Whoops, Steve Livingston tried to let it run. Well, he let it run, but there was nobody running behind him to pick it up. Peak. Feeds Fleming on the far side, back inside. This is Pollock. Switches it to this side, Liebird. This is White. Peak. Pollock again. Final pass letting Middlesbrough down then. But they've still got it back now. To the edge of the area. There's a run from Moore. Look at the space for the cross. In it comes, Wilkie's there. As was Paul Groves, who had to get back. Paul Groves again. And hammered away by Tony Ford. Well, Paul Groves got in, but then the ball squirmed away from everybody. It's gone out for a Middlesbrough throw. So 7 minutes of the game left.
Yeah, and this is Middlesbrough's best spell of the match.
Yeah.
It took them 83 minutes to realise that they can probably go forward and win. And quite honestly, I think I'm not saying a draw is going to be a fair result because I'm biased, as you well know. Sorry, Lenny, when you watch this, but I do honestly think Grimsby should have shaded it.
I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Shakespeare won't be able to reach it. Dave Gilbert might. Pollock, good play. They're looking for handball. The referee says play on. Quite right. Liebird. Pollock again. The goal scorer for Middlesbrough in the first half. There's the ball forward. Knocked off to the wing. Good play by Middlesbrough. Long one forward. Offside. Town free kick. So Crichton with it. Good distance. Up goes Livingston. He got the touch on as well, but it's not going to fall for Mendonca. Shakespeare might get in. That's a good jump. Futcher's across. Wilkie was jumping at him a little bit. Nothing's been given. Tony Ford stands on the ball. Now finds Gary Childs. Got to be tight. Didn't get a call. That lad's got to be careful about playing that. It's a goal kick now.
I'll tell you what, John, I don't think he knew.
I'm sure he wasn't sure. In comes Livingston. Groves won that well. Here's Gary Childs. Still Gary Childs. Whoops, didn't like the challenge. Gary Childs again. Tony Ford clips it forward. It's a good looking ball. Livingston's there. Can't reach it. Lee Bird. Gary Childs put him under pressure. And again. But it's Middlesbrough bring the ball away and...
Well, Craig Ignat, I've been watching this. He had a go at Charles down here. Then Charles had a little niggle at him. There's no two ways about it. And then Ignat has had another go. I believe it was number 8, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. There can be no complaint. In fact, he's a very silly, silly man.
Right, so 5 minutes left. Free kick for Town. Tony Ford will take it. Everybody forward for Town. Well hit. But it's a Middlesbrough defence who get there. Futcher. Not a good one from Futch. He's found Agnew. It's fair enough, it's the way he was facing.
Just a point. What was number 4 doing here, talking to the ref?
Well, let's have a look at the action. Fleming away. Only as far as Agnew. Ooh, bit of climbing there, surely. Throw-in's been given. Livingston. Oh, not the best of layoffs, but it's got there eventually. Paul Groves. The right-hand side's got to be favourite. Good ball. Childs. Good looking crossing comes Mendonca. Back to Pears. No, I thought that came off the lad's thigh. I don't know whether you could construe it as intentional. Four minutes left. 1-1. There's more. Fleming. Oh, good challenge, good tough challenge on Stamp. Back down the line, Futcher across. And a good ball away, but it's Middlesbrough picking it up. Well in. Shaky. Good turn, and Mendonca was bundled over as he was trying to get up. I'd have been tempted to give him a free kick for that. Lee Bird. Long one forward. Crichton's got to be alert for this. Graham Roger. Good play. Up goes Groves. Couldn't really reach it, but it's come back off his shoulder. Forward by Shaky, but only forward and straight through to Pears. 3 minutes of the match left. Still 1-1. Paul Groves deservedly bringing Town back into this game with that long-range shot after the mistake by Pears. Tony Ford. Whoa. Paul Groves. There's a little bit of foot left in there. Now Pears again. He knew what he was doing. Lee Bird. And that's out. Town throw. Graham Roger trying to G everybody up. Tony Ford's throw. Clyde Mendonca. Well played by Clive. There's a knock-off. Just away from Shakespeare. Now Middlesbrough on the break. Could be interesting. Fleming. One of the fastest men on the pitch. But Shakespeare's in there. Just did enough. 2 minutes left. 1-1. Futcher in well. And again. Town standing off. Here's Lee Bird. Andy Peake. Peake wants it again. Now well in by Graham Roger and by Groves. Gary Childs. Where's the run? There you go. Oh! And that is off. And it's too late in the game to make any difference.
Could easily be off. Deliberate handball. If it had gone over, he's got a clear run through to goal. That could easily be off. I hope it isn't, because I don't like to see it.
Well, it is off. It's got to be off. It's got to be sent off. It's as simple as that. It's Derek White. Oh, poor decision. My goodness. What a poor decision. I think this is going to go down as the weakest refereeing I've seen in a few seasons.
That was a farce. You know, I said I didn't want to see the lad sent off.
Of course we don't want him off, but that's the rule.
Absolutely. I'm sure Kalcheski, you know, on Sunday, you know, he went off. Mendonca would have been clean through, 1 against 1. That was a sending off, but the lad's got away with it.
Well, I don't know. What a bad decision. He is a very lenient ref, is Mr. Key, there's no question about that. But I'm afraid... Whoops, now come on, Tony Ford, well done, well recovered. Now, Steve Livingston, Big Steve, back to Clyde Mendonca. And away, Town will get a throw. Into the last minute, in actual fact, into time added on. Referee is looking at his watch now. Tony Ford, oh, not a good one. Gary Childs did well to even get a foot to it. Well, that's a man who's played the weakest part in tonight's game, Mr. Key, and his linesmen have stood him in good stead as well. And look at the Town players. And I think even Paul Groves here, who as captain is as fine an example as a professional captain of a football team you will see, having a word with Mr. Key, and I'm sure he's saying, what on earth were you doing, man? The final result here, Rowley, at the end of it all, is Town 1, Middlesbrough 1. It's been an absolutely superb game of football, there's no question about that. I think Town will be disappointed that they didn't get 2 extra points out of that one. But I'm afraid it's a man going off to the booze who has taken centre stage today. And stewards surrounding him, and there'll be a few people next to that tunnel there having the fair share of and putting the sixpenneth in.
Yeah, well, let's take it away from him and let's put it down to the 22 players on that pitch. They give us a great game of football. I thought Grimsby were a little bit unfortunate not to get the 3 points, but then Middlesbrough came with a very positive attitude. I thought both teams set the stalls out. They did very, very well indeed. 1-1, John. There's so many incidents, it's hard to say which we're going to talk about. And we're not going to talk about it now, we'll let people buy this video and see it. But I will say one thing, if we're going to go for a man of the match, it's going to be very, very hard to pick today, because I thought so many of the Grimsby, I'm talking about the Grimsby team, of course, it's going to be so, but I would love to see Aggie get it, you know, because I don't think he put a foot wrong, and, you know, he's not going to get many chances to win it, you know, to be fair to Paul, because strikers usually get it. I'd love to see Aggie get it.
Well, at the end of the day, Town's unbeaten run has now been extended to 7 games. We're at Notts County at the weekend. We can't video that one for you, I've been told today, I'm afraid. So we'll be going and having a look probably. We certainly hope we can keep that to 8 games unbeaten. From here tonight, it's Town 1, Middlesbrough 1.
Sorry, have you got your iPad this time?
Right. Sitting alongside me now after a fine 1-1 draw against Middlesbrough is Craig Shakespeare, and one of Town's good performances of this season, no question about it, but a tough performance as well.
Yes, I think it was a very, you know, we felt a bit unlucky that we didn't get the 3 points. I think we went about it in the right attitude. as I say, we didn't have a particularly good performance Saturday against Oxford, but we got the 3 points. Tonight was the other way around. I thought we had a very good performance, but not the 3 points. The lads are a bit disappointed, really.
You've been getting on the score sheet yourself a little bit just recently, and of course there was a chance in the second half where you blasted a ball in which seemed to go through a ruck of players and then hit the outside of the post and go wide.
Yeah, I think it was blocked originally, and I just sort of poked it through with the second attempt, and I thought it was in, but it just hit the post and went the other side. As I say, I was a bit unfortunate not to score. Clive was unfortunate with a penalty, but Grovesy came back with a great goal which got us the equaliser, and you know, it would have been nice if we could have got the 3 points, but it wasn't to be.
At half-time we'd had about 80% of the actual possession of the game, and yet Middlesbrough went in at 1-0 up. What was the general thought in the dressing room at half-time?
The manager, really. It was the first time he came in and he spoke for a couple of minutes and then left us to it. He said, just carry on as you're going. Usually, as people know, he can sort of gee us up at half-time, if that's a slight word. And he came in and said, keep it going, you're doing well. Carry on with the passing and the attacking play, and you know, hopefully at that stage we were 1-0 down, obviously, and he said there's no way that you'll lose this game, and as I say, he was right. We just felt a bit unfortunate that we didn't get the 3.
And at 90 minutes, what was the opinion then?
Again, he said that if we play like that, we'll have no problems throughout the season. The gaffer's always on about the results will take care of itself if you put the work in, which every professional footballer knows is quite correct. Sometimes you get the results, like Oxford, we didn't particularly play well and we got the result. But tonight we felt as though the whole 11 players put the work in, and as their manager said, it was a very good attacking display by Grimsby, the best he's seen for years. And you know, we're up there now, and we're sort of just above halfway, and let's see who knows what can happen.
The last dozen games, of course, have been pretty good. We haven't lost away really in any of them. We've now gone 7 games undefeated. We've got a tough one at the weekend at Notts County. Yeah,
I think if you look at their home record, I think they've got the best home record in the division. It's just their away form that lets them down. So it'll be interesting going to there, as you say, with our away record of late. The way we're very difficult to beat at the moment. I don't think we've conceded that many goals, and all credit to the defence and Paul. And you know, Notts County, looking at their goals at the weekend, they scored 4 again against Leicester, which is no mean thing, because Leicester haven't been conceding many goals. Let's get our fans down there and let's get behind us, and let's see how it goes.
Well, I think we'll be down there for you, shouting and bawling, so let's hope it's all right then, Craig, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Craig Shakespeare.
Well, with me now is Paul Futcher. Paul, while I was waiting in the dressing room area, Lenny Lawrence was talking to somebody else, and I was earwigging, and he said that Grimsby Town's performance, it's the best attacking team he's played against in the last 10 years. How did you find tonight's match?
I think it's the best we've played probably for about 2 months, probably longer. I mean, when you think that we've won 5 out of our last 6 games, and we haven't played that well, but tonight I thought we've probably played as well as we have done for, as I say, you know, 2 or 3 months, and got the draw. I think they've gone away very happy, and we can take a lot of satisfaction from the performance, and it gives us certainly a good platform to build on for Saturday's game at Notts County.
Well, the game certainly wasn't lacking a lot of incidents. You know, for instance, I thought the goal was offside that they scored, and how did you see that?
Well, I thought it was, but Paul Agnew says he thinks he may have played him on. So on the
Sam's nodding, and he's watched the replay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Aggie doesn't usually say that unless, you know. So I think you know, he just had to accept it. The referee gave it anyway, but we were disappointed with the goal actually, because up to then I couldn't really see them scoring. I thought, you know, over the first 45 minutes we could have had 3 or 4 goals. I thought the keeper tonight was exceptional, their keeper.
Oh, Steve Pearce had a superb game, and I thought, quite honestly, we got a very, very lucky penalty, and I'm not saying justice was done, because Clive won't see it that way. Did you have a good view of the penalty?
I did. Actually, when we actually got it, I laughed to myself, because I thought Aggie, before he died, looked at the referee. And I've spoken to Aggie after the game, and he says he just thought it was like an obstruction. But I think he just threw the dive in for an afterthought. But whether the referee tried to level it because he thought their goal was possibly offside, I don't know. But you know, we got the penalty, and I feel for Clive, because he looked a lot sharper than he did tonight. He looked much more like his old self, and I think he deserved a goal, and he's disappointed with the penalty miss.
Well, we went in 1-0 down, and what I considered we was the better team. What did the gaffer say at half-time?
Very, very little. He came in and he spoke for about 30 seconds, just said absolutely terrific stuff. Not a lot I can say. Don't let yourselves down, start the second half right and carry on like you have been, and if you do that, you'll get a result from the game.
Well, the referee gave 1 or 2 strange decisions. Now, we've got to go back to this. Well, I think you was this end, Paul, but the lads, especially Graham here, thought that the ball was over the line when it was cleared. The goal that never was.
Well, the lads, well, Dave Gilbert says it was over the line.
Yeah, but that's Dave, isn't it?
Well, I mean, he was serious. I mean, I thought the lines on the far side had a nightmare game, yeah, and it didn't surprise me that he didn't give it, but we got our reward after Groves' goal. I think there was a slight doubt about offside with that, but I think to disallow that strike would have been unfair for him, because I thought Groves was outstanding tonight.
Of course, everybody's talking about the sending off that never was. We talked about it before we came in here, Paul, and you didn't really think he deserved it.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I think there was a lad level with Clive. I think he's given the lad the benefit of the doubt, and this is where you get all the aggravation with consistency with referees, don't you? I mean, but I think it was a fair decision. I don't like to see players sent off as a defender anyway, and I think it was fair. I think there was cover behind him, so I think he got the benefit of the doubt.
Well, at the end of the day, it was 1-1. I certainly thought that we deserved the 3 points, but we wasn't to be. The gaffer's not talking about the playoffs, but believe me, the old town is. How do you see it? You believe it or not, the old town is absolutely talking about the playoffs.
Well, on the strength of our performance tonight, if we play like that between now and the rest of the season, and that's an if, who knows? I mean, who would have said 5 or 6 games ago? I mean, I remember going to Tranmere on 35 points, and in the space of a month we've got 52. Drawn, I think, won 5 out of the last 7 games, drawn 2. Right. And we've got 9 games left. I think we've got 5 at home, 4 away. So anything's possible. I mean, somewhere, well, sometime there's always a team that has a run from nowhere, and perhaps it's us. Who knows? I mean, but we've got a very hard game, sadly. But if we can get a result there, we've got Luton on Monday. Who knows? I mean, 1 game, 1 defeat in 12 games. I mean, it speaks volumes, and anything's possible. And we're certainly not ruling that possibility out now.
Have you played at Wembley before, Paul?
I haven't really, no.
Well, I've never videoed there, so should we make a pack?
I'll be quite happy to play there, yeah. It'd be a dream for me.
It'd be a dream for me as well, pal, so we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there, Ollie. See you.